What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Mac Life, and make sure you stick around for the whole video today because I'm going to be showing you how to make serious money on Facebook Marketplace with 3 unseen strategies. Now, before we jump into it, I want to let you know, that I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars profit with Facebook Marketplace alone before I ever went ahead and used Shopify and e-commerce and scaled through further means. So you know you're in good hands. So make sure you stick around because these tips apply not just for Facebook Marketplace, but for all business really. One thing before we get into tip 1 that I just want to let you know is that I'm here in Vietnam, so the setup looks a little bit different to normal. I'm currently traveling the entire world, the benefits of making money with Facebook Marketplace. So I'll also be uploading content to do with travel vlogging. I drop a podcast each day, and I'm going to start adding in these tip videos to do with Facebook Marketplace and OnlyFans. So leave a comment down below of any videos you want to see. I'm more than happy to film them. Make sure you hit subscribe, and let's get into tip 1. Okay, so the very first tip when it comes to selling on Marketplace, and you may have heard this word before, and I want you to look at it a little bit differently. So don't skip this tip if you've heard this before. It's about understanding margins, and margins are very, very important. Now, I want you to look at this concept, okay? A lot of people think they understand margins, but I want you to look at it this little bit differently. What would be the better outcome here? To sell 3 products with $100 profit a week, or to sell 1 product with $1,000 profit a week? Now, obviously, I've made that very, very simple. And if you can't choose that, okay, you're probably not able to be helped at this stage. You probably need some further education. But if you went ahead, obviously, and chose the 1 product for $1,000, okay, then you're in the right hands. But a lot of people don't do this. They look for products with tiny $2 or $3 margins, and they focus on volume. The problem with that is, not only do you, in the long term, not make as much money, but the products are usually of a cheaper quality because there's less money for the product to be developed. And on top of that, you have 100x the amount of customer service to deal with. That means more returns, and in today's world, more chances of getting your Facebook Marketplace account flagged. You want to be selling products with high margin that are of high quality. Okay, now tip number 2 and the second principle of business is control and understanding control. Now, unfortunately, when we use Facebook's platform to sell directly, we may see money coming in and we may be making money, but we do not have control. At any moment, Facebook can take that away. So we want to shift the balance in some way where we have control. Now, what do I mean? I mean, you want to be able, to basically take all the customers that you've put in this hard work to acquire and then be able to resell to them later on. And there are 2 ways you can do this, and I do talk about this in the Hive Mind program. Okay, you can either create a Shopify store, and then start to send people directly to your store after they've purchased by sending a link, or you can build out a custom group on Facebook and then also collect their email address. Both of these are very, very powerful, and in fact, in the long term, will make you a lot more money than just using Facebook Marketplace. If you use the group scaling strategy, you can essentially build out a big group and then once a week, go ahead and post a product for sale in there. It's a group that you control, and you're basically sending out a notification to hundreds of people with a good product with high quality materials, big margins, good shipping time, and then you can make serious money with that. Okay, so the final tip, and tip number 3, and this applies for all businesses, and it's a term called understanding your bottleneck. Now, a bottleneck in business is essentially, think of a bottle, the neck of the bottle controls how much water can be poured in. Only a certain amount of water can be poured into the bottle at a time because of the size of the bottleneck. Now, all businesses have bottlenecks, and the bottleneck is what's stopping you, from making more money. In this case, it may be Facebook Marketplace, and it may be the fact that you can only post so many products per day. It may be the fact that your customers are only on Facebook. It may be the fact that you can only post in 1 location with Facebook Marketplace. What I want you to do is go ahead and identify as many of these things as possible, write them down, write down all your bottlenecks. After you have a big list accumulated of all your bottlenecks, I want you to go ahead, and this isn't going to be easy. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy to do this. It shouldn't be, but this is what separates you from your competitors. You're going to go through that list and look at how many different creative ways you can remove these bottlenecks. By removing the bottleneck, or making the bottleneck bigger, you're going to make more money. I hope you enjoyed today's video. In my other videos in the podcast, if you haven't watched the podcast, I go over things like this in depth. I talk about all different strategies with Facebook Marketplace, making money with OnlyFans, a whole range of different things. So make sure that you hit subscribe if you enjoy this sort of content. I'll be dropping a lot more of it now that I'm traveling the world. And leave a comment of anything that you want to see as well, and I'll put it in there. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Baka.